Welcome back to the old barn on Ann Street. Last week we finished up barn raising week, where we spent the whole week and making a lot of progress on the back of the barn and the structure of the barn. And if you didn't get a chance to see that or miss some of those episodes, click this link and it'll take you back so you can see those. But when we bought this barn a year ago, a little over a year ago, it was a barn and a house together. And we started working right away on the barn, but about when we poured the cement slab at the end of the barn raising week videos, we had to shift our attention back over to the house because we have some tenants coming and we had to get ready for them coming. And so this house, the property goes back to 1783, Paul Speed, who owned the property. And we know that he had some buildings on the property, but in 1788, when William Taylor bought the property, that's when he built the house. Now, we have a hard time following the history of the barn to know exactly when the barn was built, but we do know exactly when the house was built. 1788 was when the main part of the house was built, and in the mid-1800s, there was an addition on the back. And so we know a little bit more about that than we do about the barn. The barn, we're trying to figure it out as we go along, but the house, we know it was built in 1788. And so our plan was to split the house into two units, the original footprint of the house that was built in 1788, and then what we think is the addition is a second apartment. And so our job started a little over a year ago, where we split it into the two units and prepared for the work to be done. So we started the work up in the attic, so that's where we'll start today. So here's where the work starts. I hope you enjoy. So today our job is over in the house. We're preparing it for rental, to be rented out. We're converting it into two units, and we'll be renting both of them out. We have tenants ready as soon as the house is prepared and ready to go. So what we're going to do on this half of the house, the main half of the house, has a number of bedrooms. But the family that we're renting it to, they're refugees coming from, they're currently they're refugees from Afghanistan. I think they're currently in Pakistan, waiting to get their visas and everything, entry visas to come here. It's a family of 9, and they need all the bedrooms that we can give them. And so we're going to convert the attic space into some bedrooms for the kids as well. And I think these are going to be great. So let me just show you where those are and what work we're starting today and what the job's all going to entail. So here we are on the landing, just coming up from downstairs, and this is the main floor where the main bedrooms will be. But there's this other stairwell here that goes upstairs, and it takes us up to the attic. It is closed off. It has this kind of a door here that would flop down, and it would keep it somewhat insulated, or the heat down below. But up here are these two rooms, which I think are cool rooms. I mean, if I was living in this house, I'd put my office / man cave up here. It would be a great spot. But it's two halves, a doorway. You could make this into 2 bedrooms. And so that's what we're planning to do. The problem is there is no insulation anywhere in this. If you can see up in there, you can just see that's the wood from the roof. So we just need to take out this old plaster and then put in the insulation. Now, we could blow in some insulation, I'm sure, but we also have to bring electrical wires up here, and there's no lights, there's no outlets, and there's so much work we're going to have to do on the wall that it seems to just make sense to, and because everything is so old and cracked up here, we're just going to take out the old stuff, the old plaster, and then put in the new drywall. So it's going to be a bit of a hard thing to do. I just bumped my head. It's going to be a bit of a work. It's going to take some work, but here we go. So it's a bit of a dirty job. It's taken us a couple hours, taken me a couple hours just to pull all of the lath and plaster off of the ceiling and the wall on this half of the attic. We've moved all the stuff over that was in here over to the other side. Then we're going to do this side. Then we're going to move the furniture again. But yeah, it's a bit of a mess. Let me show you what it looks like. So there it is. All of it has been pulled down. You can see the actual roof up there, the wood decking on the roof. There's no insulation up there. We did find that there was insulation in the end wall, though. That was a surprise, a pleasant surprise. So that will be helpful. We won't have to redo that. But there it is, all on the floor. We're gonna have to spend a bit tomorrow just cleaning this up and probably take a run or two to the dump. But you can see how the roof line goes all the way in behind these little knee walls. We'll run the insulation all the way from the bottom there, all the way up to the peak on both sides and all the way around, and that will provide the insulation we need for this part up here. But this is what it looks like. Part way through, status update. It's a lot of work. That's where we'll stop our work for this week, but next week we're going to continue the work in the attic. Here's a clip from next week's episode. So it sounds like it's a lot of work and difficult, and you have to rip out a lot of stuff to get wires from the basement up 3 floors into the attic through a finished house. But actually, it's not going to be as bad as we think. Thank you for joining this week's episode of The Old Barn on Ann Street. I would love for you to subscribe by clicking on the barn, portrait of the barn, and become one of our subscribers. We're getting close to 100 subscribers, and that's not a lot, but it's a good thing for us, and we'd love to get over that number. So why not subscribe? You'll never miss an episode, and then join us next week for the next episode of The Old Barn on Ann Street. See you then.